How do you do, everyone? My name's Graham. Welcome to part 1 of my Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker playthrough in virtual reality. This is pretty exciting. Apart from the fact that it feels like I'm hovering 100 feet in the air, I finally got this game working, to the point that I feel confident bringing it to you today. I'm recording this right now and everything is not skipping all over the place, so I consider that a pretty big victory. Whoa. Alright, but I'm gonna throw up if I don't go ahead and start right now. I'm going to be playing this game all the way through. This is not an original idea. I'm stealing this idea, wholesale, from D from Everyday. If you've never checked out his channel, go check it out. It's EVRYDAY. It's a great channel. The man's very informative. His playthrough has been very exciting. He's like halfway through the game. I'm just starting out. Let's get started. And along the way, I'll tell you how I got the game running and other stuff. I don't know how to do these things, these playthroughs. This is one of my first, so let's just get started. I'm gonna be Pootly. What an annoying name, huh? We're stuck with it now. That's the name I'm gonna have the entire game. I can't believe I just did that. Pootly. I'm sorry. I should have thought it through. And we're gonna be skipping this. This is a very long cutscene. And if you want the gist, Link was the hero, and then he went away. And nobody knew what happened to him. And then he didn't show back up when he needed to be the hero again, and everybody died, and now Hyrule's underwater. Quite a heroic tale. And I don't think Nintendo thought it through, really. It's like, what was Link doing? He didn't show up the second time? I think the implication was he was off doing Majora's Mask, and Ganon just came back. Like, he chased him away, Ganon left for a while, Link was like, okay, fine. I'll do Majora's Mask. And Ganon came back and was like, is he gone? Oh, he is. Fine, I'll take over then. Look at the little pilot lights around Link's feet. Looks like he's like advertising the advantages of natural gas to Ganondorf. And Ganondorf's like, you must be this tall to ride, little man. And this is cool, you can look to the right and see this whole thing coming. I don't know why I'm telling you all this, since I'm going to be cutting this out. But you can look to the right and pre-see the scroll. It actually takes away a lot of the suspense, so it's even more boring to sit here and look at this. The boy's tale was passed down through generations. As might it well be. I don't know if all of it should have made it in, though, because there was a lot of downtime in Ocarina of Time, if you'll remember. Like, do they tell the whole thing where it's like he had to run from the top of Death Mountain down to collect some contact lenses or whatever to get the Biggoron sword? Do they tell the whole story? And then he went and smashed pots for about the millionth time. I'm sorry, it all has to go in the legend. He did all of this, so we have to write it down. These guys' feet upset me. They're just straight out, they look like hands. Oh, I can do this, by the way. I can actually move around. And this is pretty cool. I think if I go through it, yeah, I can look at it from behind. And everything's in reverse. Well, let's see if I can read it. In their hour, what? Oh, in their last hour. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to switch it back, because that was not possible to do, and not throw up. My stomach feels a little suspect today. Is there no way to skip this? And the bland expression that will come to characterize our hero. Present right here. I had to change the way my camera controls are mapped, and I don't care for it. I don't like his face. I never cared for Link's face. He looked like Hermie. I was gonna name him Hermie. I don't know what I was thinking. Pootly? Pootly. He looks like a Pootly. So, oh, something I didn't mention. I'm gonna be playing this game almost entirely in first person. And I'm gonna be, it doesn't work entirely well. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm going to be playing this game almost entirely in first person, if I can help it. A lot of the game will not let me. The telescope, in just a second, will actually break and not allow me to progress any further if I try it in first person. So I'm going to have to start the game in third, stop it, switch to first. But that's okay. That's my preferred method. Not doing all that, but playing in first person. It's great. Big brother. Yeah. And this has been my relaxation for the past couple of weekends. I just come home, play this game in first person for a couple hours. I have infinite magic, Game Shark codes, so I just leaf around this island. I Deku leaf off things in first person. How I stay sane. And Link begins the game sleeping, as do many Links. Off the top of my head, Legend of Zelda 3, Ocarina of Time, this game, any others? Twilight Princess, I think he starts off sitting on his butt. But specifically sleeping, yeah, I'd say fair number. Oh, Link's Awakening. Spoiler warning, he spends the whole game sleeping. I knew you'd be here. He's probably dreaming of Link's Awakening right now, if you think about it. That actually makes the most sense, because look at where he is. I knew you'd be here. Oh, wait, was that the whole dream of a fish? I don't know, I never played Link's Awakening, I'll be honest with you. This is my favorite spot to gaze out at the sea. I'm not going to be doing the voices. D, from Everyday, he'll be kind enough to do the voices for you. I can't. So, do you remember what day it is today? Oh, you know what? Just like Link, it's like 2 days for my birthday. But, I forgot up until yesterday. So, I understand where he's coming from. He's still half asleep. Did you forget? Link. I'm sorry, Pootly! It's like, oh god, my name's Pootly, isn't it? I can't believe it. What god would be so cruel? This god, Link. Wow, this is so awesome. Alright, so let's start looking around. Let's not just hammer through the cutscenes. I'm so in a hurry to get through this cutscene. I'm so in a hurry to start this game. But I don't want to lose sight of the fact that this is bananas. I can't believe this. Alright, so yeah, here we are in third person, but I can go to first person and just check out my island home. Boop. I'm actually gonna save here, and then pop out. Oops, what happened? We're back. Oh, and now I'm in first person. And this is how I'll be spending the majority of my game. And this is actually how I spend the majority of my nights. I come home from work, I pop on my DK2, and I play it in first person mode, and I run around Outset Island. And I usually jump off of that cliff, Deku Leaf over to that porch, and run back up and do it again. 2 laps of the island, because you gotta stay in shape somehow. And this is my sister, Errol. In VR, you notice that a lot of people wiggle. They just kind of stand there and wiggle. Look at her. She's like, got the dumbest look on her face. Kind of baked, glazed expression. But she's like, oh, wow. Wiggling. She's always wiggling. Look at her. And you'll notice, I'll show you, everybody's got a little wiggle in their step in this game. This is so much fun. There's no HUD right now, and you might be wondering why. It's because I can control the HUD. Size, distance away, sort of. Like, right now, it's pretty big. It's hovering about 5 feet away from me. And it's about 5 feet across, 5 feet tall. And it appears through everything. So it's actually further away than that pole is, for instance, but I can see it through the pole. A little uncomfortable, but it's great to be able to control the scale. Because now, here it is, it's usually about, I guess, as far away as it is square. So it's about a foot away from me and about a foot square. Oh, and you'll see some glitching. Some glitching happens. Not very often. Or I wouldn't be playing this. But it does happen. I guess it might have something to do with my computer's temperature. Maybe it's too hot. I don't know. I've got a laptop. I'm playing all this on a laptop. That's what should be blowing your mind right now. This VR experience brought to you by my crummy 2-year-old middle-range laptop. And anyway, I can get rid of the HUD entirely. I have it mapped to my controller. You can too. I suppose I'll publish all the stuff on how I got this running. For now, let's get trucking. And yeah, I don't really care for the fact that you can see through your body. It's not great, but it's a solution. I like this. I like seeing my little fists pumping. Gotta get over there. I believe I'm heading to my Grammys to pick up my jammies. Because it's my birthday, which, coincidentally enough, in real life, tomorrow is my birthday. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. I want you to... You should already know that. You're a real friend. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, why did I stop? Oh yeah, okay, that guy. Hey. For a second, look, Link's head appeared. I think it's because I've got a cutscene going on. I gotta hammer through this. Yeah, his head's disappeared again. Alright, I can target this guy. So when I target people, I pop out of first-person mode. You see that glitch? When it happens so fast to me that it's barely noticeable, but I feel like you probably see it on the monitor, larger than life. It's not a big deal. When you're playing in VR, it's kind of like shadow people. When you're tired, it just appears out of the corner of your eye, and it's gone. Let's see. So this guy, okay, what's happening here is this guy has all these things to tell me, and I can't see what they are because I don't have the HUD turned up. I was wondering what my problem was. And, alright, so I can just climb up his ladder and drop by his room. What is this? Oh, I'm not going into your room, old man. Oh, this kid. Yeah, you were waiting for it in VR. Here we go. Let's check out that little nose hanger. Oh my god. Oh my god. Disgusting. This is disgusting. Yeah. I'm a little grossed out by what I just did. I feel like maybe I should, vomit in the ocean. Something you'll notice, my shadow is immobile. It's not doing all the linky things, it's not changing in respect to his motions, and that's because I have to turn off some features to get this game running decently. If you've got a good computer, maybe you can play it with the shadows functioning. And good for you. You should treat yourself. You got yourself a good computer, you should be proud. Get in here. So yeah, Grandma's upstairs. Let's go check out what's in her pot. Oh, it's an artifact of when I turned on the turned off the EFB. When I turned off the shadow effect, basically, it captures the exact moment. And you'll notice I snuck it in when I was talking to that old guy. I pretended to not know what I was doing. What I was really doing was turning off the shadow effect. But it gets preserved in the heat ripples. Anywhere you find heat, you'll see that moment snapshotted. It's kind of weird. If you want, you can kind of like take a Pokemon Snap type situation and just take a picture. If I turn it back on and off, it'll just take a picture of the area behind the pot, and that's the way it should be. This game has a weird way it renders things. If I went to Dragon Roost right now, this would be all I could see. It would fill my entire vision. So when I get to Dragon Roost, I have to turn off the heat blurs. Otherwise, I'll be just trying to fight through an endless sea of dancing links on seashores. Which reminds me of my warm-up exercises. Where I started, I was doing this. She sells seashells by the seashore. See, I can do it. Okay. I've been waiting for you, Pootly. Pootly. Try these on. I'm not doing these voices. Well, maybe yours. I'm certain they flies. No, that's annoying. You got the hero's clothes. They might be a little bit warm for this weather. Well, and apart from that, they look entirely too stupid. Link's he just knows how snug those tights are gonna be, I imagine is what he's thinking about. such an unappealing look for a young gentleman to have to walk around in tights. I had to do it for a school play. I didn't feel particularly masculine about it. Yeah, I love this. I just love this. Here I am, inside Link's little hut. This shield hanging on its place of honor on the wall. This is so cozy. Isn't that nice, Pootly? They suit you perfectly. A perfect fit. Makes it a little easier to read. Once I can hunch over the letters. Oh, whoa. I have the camera function mapped to my control stick, so I press back, and any of the directions, and I head in those directions. But, ugh! I used to have it mapped to the D-pad, but the D-pad is problematic in this game, because it has all these map functions tied to it, so you don't want to be pressing it and trying to move at the same time, because it'll be going to your map screen. This is all very exciting. Let's just pound through this. She knows that I'm looking forward to her soup. I gotta go get Errol. And here's where I'm going to have to turn off and come back to the game again. That's because Errol's telescope... Ugh! You don't want this to happen to me. It kind of breaks the illusion of the game when your head goes through the wall. That's why I try to stay oriented as much as I can right inside my body. If I look down and have the uncomfortable sense of staring through myself, I know I've made it. Alternately, I can just run up to a wall. Yeah, alright, and I'm not going through it. Good stuff. Get on out there. And many's the morning when I'll turn the game on, make myself a cup of coffee, just sit out here on the porch, chillax, and watch the waves roll in. And you'll notice they do a little bit of flashing. That's because I have, what is it? The name of it. I probably should have committed it to memory, but it's, oh, fast depth calculation. I have that turned on right now. And if I turn it off, that flickering doesn't happen. But, oh. Okay. Let's get back up there. But I also experience some hitching when I turn my head. And a little flickering doesn't matter in the overall scheme of things. But hitching of the head, you wouldn't experience that in reality, so you don't want that to happen in your game. Cut these up. Oh, I can't. I don't have the sword yet. Oh, what do I do? How do I get the sword? I think I have to just run back to Errol. I'll be back for you later. Your grass is mine. Your grass is grass. You want me to go get that rupee? I should be going to my sister, but I'll do it. Yeah, I'm the rupee master. I have the turn speed for my controller turned down a little bit, by which I mean I set the radius to 65, so now I can't turn right through the entire world. Get up a little bit. How do I go up? There we go. I like to stay a couple of feet above my normal height so that I can, A, my feet aren't going through the floor now, and B, when I dive into the water, I can at least stay above and not dip my head below and see the entire universe beneath me. Ugh, what is going on here? It's gonna take some getting used to. I had to remap the controls for this video, and now it's all blowing up in my face. Alright, let's go. Errol. And apparently my sister attracts seagulls. I don't know if that's meant as like a condemnation of her stench or something. This is what attracts seagulls. Dead bodies and fish. What is Errol's hygiene issue? Alright, okay, so let's save all that I've accomplished. Because I've got to come back. Because Errol's got a telescope for me that's just not going to work out. Huh? Ahoy, big brother. What am I, a ship?